Hey YouTube, this is Stone Age Gaming. My name is Gage.
And mine is Brandon.
In this video, we will be discussing the topic of what we'd like to see in the Gunrunning DLC, and this will include cars or vehicles we'd like to see, and yes, cars as well, air vehicles, just many things, and
And also
yeah,
some stuff that we'd like to sell or anything else.
yeah.
Pretty much everything that could be added. No, not that could be, but that we would want to be added into the gun running DLC.
So I think to start us off, I'd like to discuss some vehicles I'd like to see. I mean, some vehicles apart from what we've already been shown. I would definitely like to see some kind of, I don't know, I think an Apache attack helicopter, something similar to an Apache attack helicopter would be pretty
Yeah,
unique. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Something like the Savage, but, just more,
a little smaller and more maneuverable because
yeah.
the Savage, as we all know, isn't the most maneuverable helicopter. It's quite slow. It does deal a lot of damage though, but it flips over very easily too,
Oh,
so it's
yes.
got weaknesses and strong suits in it.
I mean, if I could sell mine, I would definitely sell it, for
Yeah, that
sure.
is another big point in this video that we were going to make, um, is selling special vehicles and Pegasus vehicles and yachts. So, you can start us off on the special vehicles part.
Um, so in the ways of special vehicles, I think that we should be able to sell our special vehicles, like the ones we just got in the import-export DLC. I know for me, I've got the Phantom Wedge and the Technical Aqua. You know, among other vehicles such as the Ruiner and the Rocket Voltic, I know people got really excited about them at first, but now people are wishing they didn't spend that much money on these vehicles. And hopefully
Mhm.
Rockstar will take this into account and allow us to sell our special vehicles and maybe Pegasus vehicles, but I'd like to see us being able to sell special vehicles more than I would Pegasus vehicles because I know Brandon here, he has a Ruiner 2000, right, Brandon? And
Yeah, it was amazing at first. It was like really fun to do, fun to play around with in a public session. Not really, actually, because it's very vulnerable. Can't dodge missiles. You'd think it would be upgraded to where it could withstand at least one rocket. The machine guns on it are terrible. You don't get that much of an angle with the rockets. The jumping and the parachute are probably the best part of it, but like every other car in this game, it has its downsides and its fun sides. Uh, I also bought the Rune, not well, I also bought the Rune 2000, but the Rocket Voltic, and the Rocket Voltic is it's a cool car, yeah, but it's kind of it was kind of a waste of money to me after a while. Like it's fun to go around in, like just going off hills. If I had a choice to sell either my Runer or my Rocket Voltic, I'd sell my Runer because the Runer I bought for almost 5 million, and it's just
it doesn't seem like a good
um,
investment at all.
and if you were thinking about buying it, I suggest you look up a review on it, which we might be doing some reviews on vehicles such as these vehicles. But there are already plenty of reviews. Go check out this channel named Pyrome Gaming. Little shout out to him. He does some great content on GTA. Funny guy. But yeah, he's made some reviews on that vehicle. But let us know if you want to see some reviews on vehicles such as these. Um, Next is uh, the yacht. The yacht is one of the biggest wastes of money I've ever spent in GTA. I spent almost 10 million on this thing, as you can see in the video. Um, it is just I bought the Aquarius, which is the most expensive yacht, and it's just I could have spent it on something more, um, or something like something to where it's just more fun because the yacht you can't pilot it. You're not pilot, but steer it. It can't move unless you pay like 50 grand to move it, which not good.
It's
Um,
painful how big of a waste of money this thing was. And
yes,
I don't even have
I'm
a
like,
yacht.
yeah, I regret the decision. The only thing you can really do with it is piracy prevention, which earns you $30,000, which isn't much, but
Yeah, you pretty much get no return on your investment at all. And I think if Rockstar really wanted to make the community happy, I think they'd let us sell our yachts.
yeah. Um, I know a lot of things with the games. They are interested in making money. I feel like Rockstar is 50-50. They are very interested in making money, but they also want to make the members of the GTA community, sorry, sound like a 12-year-old, um, happy. But I think sometimes the greed gets the better of them, so they just make stuff like, not necessarily greed, actually. I mean, they still make money off of shark cards
I
because
just don't
people
think
are
they
stupid enough to buy them.
listen to the community though.
Yeah,
They just don't listen to the community that much all the time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It
yeah,
can go either way.
yeah. Um, Next subject would be probably like some new vehicles to be added. If you
Oh
want to start
yes.
on that.
So in the ways of more new vehicles besides what we talked about in the beginning, uh, I don't see this happening. I know this is a stretch, but I'd like to see a weaponized version of the Titan.
Mm, yeah, like an AC-130 type vehicle. Um, the AC-130, I don't believe it's been ever added into the game. It'd be amazing to have. Just like I know the Valkyrie is it's quite a cool vehicle. Reminds me of the Vietnam era. Um, but not many people use it just because it's like it's very vulnerable. The cannon on it is not the best. I feel like we should be able, like, since I mentioned the Valkyrie, I feel like on the Titan for the weaponized version, we should get like a
Enhanced cannon,
um
maybe.
yes, very
An
long
enhanced
range,
Valkyrie
a
cannon.
little bit more, yeah, a little bit more speed on the shooting, like uh like more rounds per second
Yeah,
instead of like the do 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 do
yeah, I
do,
think so. Because
but not
by
the ones
far,
like the
yeah, I mean,
sorry,
I'm not
go ahead.
satisfied with the damage and the fire speed and even the range. The range is just awful,
Yeah, it's just
so bad.
not good. It makes it so vulnerable because you'll try and get someone in a free mode session who's been killing you or something. You didn't buy a Hydra, you bought a or not a Savage, a the Valkyrie, but you just can't kill them.
Exactly.
So,
The armament just isn't good enough. But I think we're
and
straying a little off topic here. But I think in the
yeah,
ways of more new types of vehicles, with ground vehicles, I know that it couldn't it couldn't happen. We don't know, but I'd like to see a Humvee, an armored version of the
mm,
just like a weaponized Humvee, and because we've got civilian like disarmed civilian Humvees, but I'd like to see a really nice, well modeled Humvee with a turret on top, and very preferably a Humvee. I don't know if you'd call it armor or just kind of like a Humvee turret shell, like what we've got in our current military service.
something like the Insurgent pickup, but a better gun on it and also um, just like an actual shell on it, so it makes it a little more OP.
Exactly, and I'd like to see if it wasn't added to the game. I would want to see a addition of ballistic windows like we've got on the armored shafter and the armored baller. You know, those windows, in my opinion, I think they work better than the windows on the insurgent, because in my opinion, the windows on the insurgent aren't that great. They're just not very good.
Yeah, I want to see a option like you could spend like 50 grand to get bulletproof windows on a car.
Yeah.
And then it can withstand like at least like 5 rounds from a oh well, I'd say a bit more than 5, but like around 12 or so rounds from a shotgun, like a double barrel shotgun.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say about that much. Because, you know, since this is going to be the Gunrunning DLC, there's going to be some pretty big competition from other players because of their vehicles. You know, we got to be able to protect ourselves, and if it evens out the playing field, and if we're given some pretty good firepower, I think that'll make the community very happy.
Yeah. Another thing I want to see added is, I know this has been added, not recently, but way long before, is the cargo plane. It is not new, but it was such a fun plane to fly around. I want to see like that being brought back, and also like you being able to open the back on it.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be very fun. Like the only way you can get it is a modder.
Yeah, pretty much. And along with the cargo plane, there's a lot of vehicles just in general that I'd like to see added to the game. But you know, I know I want more vehicles. I just don't know what types of vehicles I want. That's just the thing. Because on the topic of gunrunning,
it's hard to like more military vehicles, not like a. We've had a lot of supercars. I guess a couple new ones would be okay, but I want to see some military stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to see a big increase in military stock and gear that we can buy. New weapons, that's definitely a must-have for me. I want to see new weapons, new clothes.
Yeah.
You know, the bunkers, on the other hand, you know,
The
those
bunkers
things.
sound very cool.
Oh yeah, I think they very do, or I think they very well fit the theme of gunrunning. You know, having a bunker. I mean, that's just something I'd never think I would see in this game.
It almost reminds me of Fallout.
Oh yeah.
And Fallout is a very fun game and all.
Gives it sort of a Fallout vibe.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it might attract some new people too.
Oh yeah. It could definitely increase the lifetime of the game, and with an addition of hopefully a lot of vehicles, that could definitely give Rockstar the wiggle room they need to make more enhancements on the game without a huge loss of player base, just based on content. So.
Yeah, it's just, they could add so much. They have a lot of room to improve.
There's so much potential.
They've made this game very fun. Also some new things. I remember us talking about this a while back. A bigger map for this, like a little couple extensions. Like, it's just, this map seems so small just because of all the planes, the yeah, just you have jets in this game, and so
it's like you can cross the map within 2-3 minutes.
Within around 2, yeah.
It's just, it gets kind of boring. I mean, the map's too small. There's not enough to do. Yeah. And the Gunrunning DLC will definitely fix that.
Yeah. And also some, if they do upgrade the map size, I think another jet that'd be good.
SR-71 Blackbird.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Crossing the map in like 2 seconds.
Pretty much, yeah. Just go at speed of sound. Just
that would be amazing.
It doesn't have any weapons, maybe like a homing rocket, but that's about it.
I mean, I'll be fine with no weapons on that thing. I mean, it's not a weaponized plane. It's a spy plane. I'd be perfectly fine with no weapons on that thing. Just being able to outrun a rocket.
Yeah.
Something I think would be cool though. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I doubt they'd ever add a SR-71, but you know, if they did add a
Yeah.
jet that was much faster, like less armament, but much faster than the laser or the Hydra, you know, maybe that APC tank with the missile system on it, maybe that thing could take it down. Maybe that could be the
Yeah,
only thing that
possibly.
could have rockets that can catch up to it. And you know, like with what I
Right.
said, not too overpowered, but less guns. Just way faster, but less guns. But the only thing that could take that thing out, within homing
Yeah.
rocket wise, is that APC tank.
Yeah. Like the homing rockets, there's no point in using them in a free mode session against a jet. At least a skilled pilot.
They're too easy
You
to
don't need to
dodge.
be that skilled. Yeah, like it's it's so easy to dodge. You just pretty much fly in loop-de-loops
Oh.
or in circles with the Hydra.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard, and that way you're just making the other player waste money, waste rockets. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like, all right, go ahead, keep shooting me. You're just wasting money. There's no point unless you're in like a jet yourself. You're just wasting money.
exactly. But I think other than that, you know, there's a lot of things that could be added. It's just knowing what can be added is kind of hard to do because, you know, our imagination can run wild sometimes, but in the ways of just kind of expressing what kind of vehicles we'd like, that's kind of difficult in my opinion because
Yeah,
it's
there's just so many vehicles that we
yeah,
love to have.
but you know,
There's also like
there's not
I know it's hard for
vehicles that can go good
Rockstar.
with the game. Yeah, it's hard for them, and not all vehicles can work well in the game. It's just, I think the community
It can
having a
cause a lot
nice
of lag or something.
imagination. Yeah, I mean, the community just having a nice imagination can give Rockstar ideas of what they can incorporate into the game.
Yeah,
And I mean, like that's the same thing with the biker DLC. The biker DLC was originally a community uh, request. Like the community, they wanted a biker DLC, and Rockstar delivered a biker DLC to them.
yeah, and I think that was no, that wasn't the last biggest update. The last biggest update was probably the special circuit races.
I mean, yeah, the latest update, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, latest couple updates.
I mean, we really haven't had any
Have been,
major
like,
content
very
updates
expensive and,
probably since like December, I would think.
yeah,
Not a whole lot of major content updates, but yeah.
like I was pretty hyped for that special circuit races with the special vehicles, but it was fun, but it like buying it kind of led me to buying the
Maybe the rocket voltic.
rocket voltage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I already
course.
had the runner.
Yeah. But I think other than that, I think that probably just about wraps up our discussion for today.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
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 Hopefully, Rockstar will take these comments into mind and add some new vehicles, new air vehicles, new weapons, clothes.
Yeah.
Just pretty much a lot of stuff.
But yeah.
Who knows? They might add a new tattoo.
Yeah. New gunrunning tattoos. Sick.
Yeah.
Hey. I also heard some talk about boots maybe to go along with those clothes, some new tactical boots. I'd love to see some
That'd be
tactical
cool.
boots. Those would be awesome. But yeah, thank you for stopping by watching our video, and we hope you can come by and watch some more of our videos in the future. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, you know, just go ahead and subscribe, leave us a like if you enjoyed watching our video, and leave a comment telling us what we could do better in the future. And that's just about all I have to say.
And if you got any topics that you think we could talk about, just let us know.
All right.
Thanks for watching the video. See you guys later.